everyone, welcome back. I'm so excited for today. I have another Make It Monday, my second one, but this one I'm extra excited about because every year I pin tons of ideas on how to do DIY flag shirts, DIY flag shorts, and then it hits August and I realize I never did it. And it always seems like a good idea, but it's something that I never get around to. Well, friends, this year is the year. So I made both flag shorts, and I also made DIY flag shirt, which I have here, or if you would like to see it held up, I made multiple because I liked how they turned out. It looks like this. It's got a little tie in the back. This one's got a black bow, which you'll see in the tutorial how to do. So if you would like to learn how to make these shorts and the shirt, stick around. Super easy, just a little painter's tape, some spray paint, some scissors, chop chop. You're good to go. This should take you probably no more than an hour with your actual labor time, and then you can just go ahead and pop it in the washing machine. It's going to need to dry overnight, things like that. So it's going to be a 2-day process, but labor-wise, take no more than an hour, and they turn out super cute. So hopefully you can do these and get them all set for 4th of July, which is Friday. So stick around if you want to see the tutorial on how to do DIY flag shorts or DIY flag tank tops.
Okay, so let's first get your items that you need. You're going to need a piece of cardboard. This just came off a random box. You don't need any fancy cardboard. Now you're going to need jean shorts, just an old pair that you don't wear, or some cutoffs, or a t-shirt. If you're doing the t-shirt, make sure you get a size larger than you usually wear, so that when you cut it, it fits properly. You're also going to need some cardstock to make stars like these. And then the stars are going to be used as stencils, so you just want something that's going to withstand the wet paint. Next thing you're going to need is some newspaper. Then you're also going to need some painter's tape. I just used 3M blue painter's tape. It worked very well. Then you're also going to need some blue spray paint. I went with the Krylon Color Max because it said it dried in 10 minutes, and I thought, okay, pretty cheap at Walmart. I also got a can of red. I think they were about $4 each, so they're probably the most expensive thing in this entire project here. Next thing you're going to need is scissors. And then you're also going to want a hanger for your shirt or your shorts to hang them up so that they can dry before you wash them. So let's get into it. First thing you're going to need to do is tape. So the rule of taping, you're going to want to tape pretty much everywhere that you don't want paint to go. I just ripped pieces to the right size, so then that way when I put them on, they could kind of be a little mosaic-y so I can fill the spots that I wanted. So then I went down to the bottom, taped those bands because I wanted the fringe at the bottom to stay the blue kind of light wash. I'm taping the stripes on the one side. Some people did vertical stripes when I looked online, and I was looking more for the actual flag look, so I went with the horizontal. Next thing you're going to do is take the stars that you cut out with the card stock and do little tape rolls on the back, and you can arrange them in your star area of your shorts. Now, a few times when I did this, I was moving stuff around because it's really just, if you want them to be in lines, they can be. If you want them to be a little bit more kind of artsy, you can. I move them around a lot. I change my mind a lot. A lot. Oh wait, there we go. Now we're decided. Then you want to tape down each side. What I did is I put the edge of my tape right on where the sides of the pant seams were to make sure that that didn't go there. So now on to the t-shirt. What I did is I basically freehanded the lines. I mean, you've got straight tape, you've got a straight shirt. You just want to make sure you're pushing it down so all the wrinkles stay out. But you're going to tape, 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 tape. And then you're also going to want to stick a piece of cardboard about halfway so that you know where your stars are going to go. That really depends on how much stars you want and how many stripes that you want. So you keep taping on up, you got your stripes, they're about 1-inch stripes, I would say. Then I popped that guy out, so then I now can work on the other side, but then you're going to flip it back over so that the red paint doesn't get on this side. So you're going to do the same thing you did with the shorts, put little tape rolls on your stars, you can arrange them. Pretty sure with this one I changed my mind 25 times, move stuff like I did before. But once you get everything, there we go. Now once you get everything finagled, you're going to flip it back over and you're going to tape it there. Next thing you're going to do is paint. Lovely spray paint. So what I did is I arranged both out in my yard on some newspaper so that my parents didn't kill me when I sprayed and got paint on the grass. So started with the red. I literally, as you can tell, wasn't being too super careful. I just didn't want to get red too much on the blue side. But I mean, it's spray paint. That's why you tape it. So I'm going to make sure everything's coated, which I did. So then to continue with the red, I moved over to the shirt. Now with this, you're going to notice I don't spray all the way out onto the sleeves because I'm going to end up cutting these into tank tops. If for some reason you would like it to be just a red sleeve, you can go ahead and do that. You're going to want to paint all the way out to the sleeve, but I felt there was no use in painting it if I wasn't going to do it. All done with that. You don't have to watch me paint the whole thing. Now, on to the next step, which is going to be flipping this guy over here, so then that way you are able to spray the blue, but then that cardboard helps block the red that you just sprayed. Again, not going all the way out into the sleeve because I'm going to be cutting it off. Give it a good dousing. You want to make sure that you spray over the top of those because if you're like me and use the tape rolls, you don't want the paint to get underneath the sides that aren't stuck. Same thing on this side. Spray, 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 spray. Spray. Yeah, pretty riveting, I'm sure. Spray that guy. Be careful along the lines. Be careful around the little stars. And then what I did was I pulled off the stars on both things and let them kind of dry outside for maybe 20 minutes. Then I put a hanger on both. And then I brought them inside to dry overnight. So that's the next step. Let them dry overnight. Just to make sure everything is good to go, I hung them inside on the hangers, as you can see, so then they're super, super dry. So then the next day, what you're going to want to do after they dry all night is you're going to want to remove the tape and then you're going to want to wash both on cold and delicate. So after you do that, then your shorts are done and you're going to want to cut your tank. So you're going to cut both sleeves off. So I started by cutting along the seam on the one arm here. You can tell I struggle a little bit with the scissors. Sorry about that. Then you take that guy, flip it over to the other sleeve, and use it as a stencil. And what you're going to want to do is keep doing this whole stencil thing side to side so then everything's even. So you're going to cut halfway along the neck, flip it over, use it as a stencil, cut back up. You can also cut off the bottom seam, but I didn't do that because I have a long torso and I need that. Then I decided that I wanted the kind of sleeve openings to be a little bit lower, so I decided to chop these off, again using the stencil to cut along. Now you can see I'm not super precise about this because, I mean, it's a DIY shirt. You don't want it to look, I mean, you don't want to look bad, but you don't want it to look like super, super like that. So now what you're going to want to do is keep this neck piece because you're going to use it on the back. Now, I like the back to be a little bit lower than the front. I'm not trying to have super crazy cleavage with this. So I cut a little bit more off of the back so it hangs down a little bit lower in the back, but then that way it covers you in the front, so you're just cutting the back layer there. Now you're going to bring back that piece that you cut off the neck and you're just going to tie it into a bow just like you're tying some shoelaces. When I tied the first knot, I scooched it down a little bit just so then that way you have a little bit better of an opening in the back. Now another option you can do, which I did on one of them, is just take a big black ribbon and do the same thing to cut it. If you're a girly girl and like the bows, have at it and you're all done.
Great, so like I said, super easy, super simple. If you end up doing this DIY, I would love to see how yours turned out. If you found an easier way or a different way to do it, let me know because I can always try it again next year. But I'm planning on taking both of these to my 4th of July trip to the lake, which I'm super excited about. So got a little America pride go with me. I would just make sure, double check, I know I said this, but make sure to clean and wash. Make sure to wash in the washing machine both your shorts and your shirt. The spray paint isn't going to get on your other clothes, but it gets a little like starchy and a little stiff if you don't wash it with the spray paint. So the spray paint is nice and soft after you wash it. If you use the brand that I use, I can't speak for other ones, but just make sure you wash it and you're good to go. So happy 4th of July, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, be safe, and let me know on social media, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, anywhere. Let me know if you tried these out and if they work for you because they worked for me and I really like them. So thanks so much for stopping by. I will see you guys next time. Bye!